Oddly enough, this is where I recorded. Oh, I almost dropped my controller. So I just recently joined the session. I'm in an invite, but I just did a mission, which I wish I would have recorded because I did a lot of cool drifts in the Shafter V12. But that's where I recorded the outro song, or outro for Cog Strafer. And the original song in the original video that isn't on YouTube anymore because it got copyright strike. Thanks, Broken English, even though I completely credited you in the video. The original song for the outro was in the car crash. The Headgears Crashing remix or something like that. I can't remember. It's by Solomon, I know that much. Do you have any Christmas decorations over here? No. You have a succulent and a sucker. What? Has this what? Has this always been like that? Hold on. I've never noticed that. It's 19.5 degrees Celsius. This is in Los Santos, which is in San Andreas, which is in America. Why are we using Celsius? So privacy glass activates just like a tint over the window, and then dimming the lights looks very nice with those lights. I like what you did with this, Rockstar. Looks very nice. Wait. Does this reduce the keep? Like how much I have to spend every single day if I dim the lights? That's interesting. How did my wall save go from 800 to 2300? My nightclub is not very popular at all. How'd that happen? I'm recording this on the 1st, so there's still snow. Rockstar still added snow. So I thought, I thought my game would crash. Oh, great, now the frick. Ugh. My stupid computer, like this taskbar down here. Oh, never mind. Well, that was interesting. I don't know if I've ever had a game crash with a vanilla version of Grand Theft Auto 5 before. I didn't have anything different from what I usually have. I might have changed a setting or two. I think I've also broken my game. Because on my settings, it says that I'm in window borderless right now. But I'm clearly not. I'm in... Oh, wait, no. It says I'm in windowed border... It says I'm in windowed. What? It says I'm in the screen that I'm not in. So there's full screen, window borderless, and windowed for all the game resolutions you can have for your game. It says I'm in windowed right now, but if I was in windowed, there'd be a white bar at the top and it would say Grand Theft Auto 5, and it would have the maximize, minimize, and X button in the top right. And it's not. I'm in windowed borderless, which is the easiest for me to record in, because the area for Action, which is the recording software I use, doesn't get the entire screen. Same with Minecraft. It's easier for me to do that in full screen. But I don't do full screen on Grand Theft Auto 5 because my monitor resolution is not as great, or it's very low compared to most monitors out there on the market now. It's not 4K, it's not 8K, it's not even, I think it's even, I don't even know if it's 2K. I think it's 768 by 360 or something. It's very low, or 1768 by 360 or something similar to that. I have a very small monitor, so full screen doesn't work the best. I get screen tearing, I get ultra lag, and it doesn't work. Even with VSync, I get a lot of screen tearing. Even in window borderless, I get some screen tearing. But I don't mind screen tearing, and thankfully it doesn't really show up that much in the recordings, which that was a big concern for me. But the snow is back, so I thought, why not make one episode of Grand Theft Auto 5 when the snow is here and mess around with it and promote my nightclub and see what happens. I just killed a fruit fly. It's January 1st. Why the frick are there fruit flies? I'm loading into a invite-only session. I've been sitting here for 5 minutes. Fix your game, Rockstar! My biggest concern is that I get the $2,300 out of my bank, or out of my safe. Because if I didn't... What? Fix your game, Rockstar. To be fair, they've done a lot of changes to this game. I was going to say improvements, but then I remembered the things that they said back in 2013 and 14. Oh, get me in my room. Where's my room? I need in my room. This is so loud. I like how I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on those dancers just for them to dance like Laszlo. Great investment there. I completely forgot what I was going to say. Okay, so my wall safe is still, or my money in the, wait, will this crash my game again? Is this the thing that crashes my game? If this is the thing that crashes my game, this is a bunch of bullcrap. Don't do it again. I do not want to wait here for 5 more minutes waiting for you to load. Thank you. Okay, and I'm gonna go over here and dim the lights and everything so it looks really nice in here. I'm not sure if there's an upgrade for privacy glass, and if there was, I don't remember buying it at all, but I'm really glad I have it. Also, I'd show you my table over there. I don't think I could show that on YouTube. I mean, what could I lose? I don't get demonetized anyways. So this is like with the biggest upgrades for the nightclub, like the most high-end version. It's not really that high-end in looking, in my opinion, but when you get that, you get the table over there. I apparently also have $20,000 in stocks. Oh yeah, because people go around and get you stuff for your thing. Recover the stolen supplies.
Job. Great, perfect timing.
I saw you want and job. I didn't know where that was going.
You need something, huh? One of your rides?
I drove the Shafter V12 in the snow. It was the guy who's in there. I can't remember his name. Is that Tony in there? Tony Prince or something? I don't know. I drove his V12 Shafter. That was really fun, but I don't think I have one anymore. And I don't really want to. I don't know how much they are, but I don't really want to buy a new one. I should probably just look through my garages and see if I have one. This should be pretty fun to drive in too. I mean, it's a Charger in the snow. It doesn't really mix very well, but it should be rather interesting. It's quite difficult to control, actually. I mean, it makes sense because they're not really meant to turn. They're kind of like Challengers. They're kind of just missiles. But they drift really nicely. I mean, what I just did there was not very nice, but I just did one before that, and it was pretty nice. See, if there wasn't cars, I could probably do a really nice one. I'm going to blame that on the cars and not my lack of skill. Ooh, I should drive the Vigoro. That's a really fun car to drive in the snow. Don't you turn back, don't you? Good boy. Oh, I'm about to Fast and Furious this. Was that in the first one? Yeah, that was in the first one. I just watched the Fast and the Furious and Too Fast, Too Furious on Netflix because those were recently added. Good job, Netflix. You're doing great. They also had Infinity War. That movie is amazing. Hi. I've come here to crash whatever you're doing here. I wonder if you could steal that car, because Vago cars sell for a few tens of thousands of dollars each. Was that it? Because I don't know if that car registers as like a mission car where you can't get in it or you can't modify it in an LSC, therefore you can't sell it, or if that actually counts as a real Vagos car. But that doesn't match the color of their gang, really. I mean, it's yellow, but it's more of like a dark matte yellow. Their yellow is like a metallic, like bright yellow. I don't think I've ever taken this route over here. Ooh, and there's probably a reason for that. Oh god, this is gonna suck because people are shooting and people freak out when shots are being fired, even though they live in Los Santos and literally billions of shots are fired each day. That's the realistic stance of like GT Online players firing and AI shooting people and other things like that. But from a realistic standpoint, there are probably thousands, if not tens of thousands of shots being fired each day. In like the Inferno Ash kind of sense, where it's more realistic, definitely more realistic than what GT Online has become. Because in Inferno Ash, there isn't flying bikes and Deluxos and stuff like that. It's based in the present, but it was created back, I believe, in the 1600s in Earth years. So the island is actually quite old. Let me see if they fix this. I'm assuming they did. I was gonna say, I'm assuming they didn't, but they did. That's surprising. Or maybe I just got a lemon and it actually worked properly for once. Nope, it's still broken. That sound was me dying. So the first time that happened to me, I thought it was a modder. What happens is the truck levitates into the wall, and then I think the game detects that you're cheating, or you're trying to cheat, so it kills you, and then you die. But I was in a public session when that first happened to me, so I thought it was a modder, and then it happened to me in a private session. I was like, nope, that's not a modder. What am I supposed to do for 5 minutes? I guess we could go do like a sightseer or something. I'm taking a break from public sessions for right now because I lost $160,000 due to griefer. So I'd rather not play that right now. 7 miles? Oh, sorry. 10 points. About to get another 10. Well, unless signs count for points, that wasn't 10 points. This is gonna be fun, driving a Banshee on the Route 1 when it's all snowy. Yeah, I almost lost control right there and I barely turned. This is actually really fun. I thought it was going to be kind of challenging, but it's really nice. It's kind of just like a peaceful drive. That would have been ironic if I would have ran to the front of that truck. Man, listening to Kenny Loggins, all I need now is Marquise and Dalen and my yacht back, and it'll be 2015 all over again, which I wouldn't mind. And I actually read something on social media. It was somebody who posted, I think, a tweet and then copied it over to Facebook, or like they took a screenshot of it and put it on Facebook. It was, you wake up in 2012, everything that has just happened didn't happen. Gangnam Style is all popular again, and people aren't as hateful and rude as they are now. And that, it made me think, I was like, wow, that's actually crazy to think about. Like, all of this could actually be a dream. I mean, I'm sure it's not, but it's kind of like last Thursdayism. Have you ever heard of that? It's the theory in which everything was created last Thursday. I should probably turn that off before I get copyrighted. Not before I get copyrighted, but before I get copyright striked. I mean, it won't matter. Why are you laying in the snow? Are you okay?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I think she's fine. Last Thursdayism is the theory of everything was created last Thursday. So, like, everything that exists was created last Thursday or somewhere recently, some time recently. That also, I don't like that theory because it messes with my head. I understand it. I don't dislike it because I don't understand it. I mean, a lot of people dislike things that they don't understand. I understand this theory. It just messes with my head because it's like, are your memories actually memories, or did something like God implement them into your brain? Because someone like God could do that. He could create everything last Thursday and then give your mind memories and think that, like, well, you're 16 years old, you had all these memories however many years ago. And it's like, well, no, not really. They're just placeholders for experiments or something. I mean, it's a theory that cannot be unproven. There's no way to disprove, or I don't know how to phrase that. You can't prove or unprove last Thursdayism. That may be something that one of the reasons why I don't like it is because it can't be understood. Well, it can be understood, but it can't be proven or unproven. So is that a form of not understanding or something? Oh, that would have been a sick drift jump like in Gymkhana 10. Was that the last one? Was that 10 or 20? It's a shame that it isn't sunset up here, because there's like an Aurora Borealis effect up in Paleto Bay over there. Because that's north, and technically the Aurora Borealis happens in the north. It's something to do with the ozone layer and like radioactivity or UV rays hitting it and something reflects, and I don't know how to explain it because I'm not a scientist or whatever type of science that would be. I don't think it would be meteorology, but it's very interesting, and it's cool. I want to see it sometime. I've never seen it. I've seen pictures of it. I've seen edited pictures of it, and they look really cool, but I want to see them in real life. I made the primary color on this car black because I drove this car a lot. I based it off of The Last Viper. It was a film by Pennzoil. It was a very cool film. It was kind of like how Gymkhana is, where there's a professional driver on a closed track and he does all these cool drifts and tricks and stuff like that. That's kind of what that was, but it was an all yellow Viper. And it's kind of, I think it was controversial, maybe not controversial, but it was kind of hinting at the Vipers are being discontinued again, or they have been discontinued, and I think it was somebody stealing the last Viper, hence the name, from somebody else, and it was supposed to be a bad guy because there was somebody in there printing counterfeit money or something like that. So it was a very cool film, and I based the car off of it in GTA. That's never been done before. I don't know if I've ever been through the marsh while it snows. I mean, I'm sure I have, because I've played in the snow 3 or 4 times, 3 or 4 years, so that's a lot of things that can happen in that amount of time. I don't know if I'm going to complete this. I mean, I started in the city, and it took me all the way to nearly the most northern point on the map to get a freaking briefcase, and now it's sending me to the middle of the map to get another one. This is very irritating, but it gives me a great chance to ramble, so that's good. I know for some, the snow isn't a big deal because they can install mods, and like with the Symbol Trainer, there's an option in weather or map or world that you can turn snow on, so it's like this, and then you can just change the weather to snow. It's like, yeah, you can do that, but you don't have the elements of GTA Online. Or maybe you do, I'm not sure. But I just like playing GTA Online because I have a whole bunch of cars and stuff like that. With mods, it's kind of like creative mode in a way. Like on Subnautica or something. Like, you don't feel as accomplished. With GTA Online, at least for me, I've bought all of my cars legitly on this account. Other accounts I've bought shark cards. But on this account I've only bought 2. And that was like when I first got my account, and that was back last year at October 7th or 17th. So I bought all of my cars with money I've earned in game, so it's a sense of accomplishment. Plus I've bought all the cars that I wanted, and I haven't gotten cars that are like, oh yeah, that car just came out, it's the new fastest car, I want it. I bought cars that I personally wanted and that I found fascinating, and I personally don't get that feeling or sensation with mods. I mean, I've done car meets on 5M with a couple of my friends, and that's fun and all, but it's just not the same as GTA Online. It's probably because GTA Online is nostalgic for me. I was like, oh, nothing will ever be like GTA Online. It's like, well, yeah, of course it won't. Here's me doubting myself, saying I won't be able to complete this. Is there a car there? Yeah. That's ironic, because a car like that was found in a movie similar to this location where they drove off a cliff. And I'm not talking about Bonnie and Clyde or whatever that one movie was called where they jumped off the cliff in the 57 Bel Air. That poor car. You little twerp! Come here! You're gonna pay for that! You screwed up my car already, so I don't really feel bad for busting out my windshield. Now it's gonna be a cold ride home. Thanks a lot! Ooh, can I take you off the cliff? Aw. Your AI pathing caught you before you became stupid. That sucked. This over here would have been a perfect spot for Los Santos Customs, just in the little strip mall area. It would have been so useful, because if you damage your vehicle out here and you want to repair it, you either have to go all the way to Toledo, or you have to go all the way back down by the airport, or go into the city to repair your car. It's a bit tedious. Hold on, how'd my money go from 2,300 to 1,800? Did I die? Oh yeah, I died because Rockstar hasn't fixed their game. What the heck is wrong with you? This is not a tactical pursuit. A tactical pursuit, there it is. Tactical maneuvers. He just slammed me into the barrier and he's... Oh, he was. I mean, I don't really care if my vehicle gets destroyed now because it already is. Screw you! I'm gonna shove you into that Cadillac. Yeah, how does that feel? Probably not very good, but you don't care because you're AI. Oddly enough, I feel like I've said that a lot in this episode. Turn It Up was was the song that the last Viper was played to. Somebody made an edit with Anecdote, this song, Turn It Up, with the last Viper. It was a third party. It wasn't Pennzoil or Dodge or anybody like that. It was just a random person on the internet. I wonder how much it costs to put this into a Banshee 900R. Because it costs basically, I believe, $800,000 or $900,000 to upgrade the Sultan to the Sultan RS, which I want to get. But I wouldn't mind getting a Banshee 900R either, because that's also nostalgic for me. But you know what happens to people who buy things from their nostalgic age? from their nostalgic age, went from things that they felt were nostalgic as however old they were. They spend way too much on that. That better have been 5 minutes. Yay! I get to drive it again. I mean, I have to drive it again, but I have to drive it again so I can record it this time, and hopefully I'll be able to pull off some sick drifts, man. I'm gonna hit one right here. You ready? Oh yeah! Can't block status. Hey, look at the time. It's 2019. Ooh! Okay, if there would have been a lamppost there, that would have sucked because I would have broke out the back glass. Hey, I'm here to pick you up. Oh, I get it. He has the Liberty City theme for his horn because Ballad of Gay Tony, or sorry, Ballad of Politically Straight, Not Straight, Curve, partner-loving people was on GTA 4. I miss when times were simpler and people weren't offended by every single word you said. Like back in 2001, well, it was recorded before then, but the Fast and the Furious, they said what the Irish people call cigarettes. I mean, the longer version of it. They called Paul Walker that in that movie. So, if people didn't get offended by it back then, or at least not as much as they do now. Times have changed and not for the better. I get it, that word can be offensive, but come on. Sticks and stones, people. I feel like schools have removed that from their system because it's too violent. Sticks and stones may break my bones. Like, nope, we can't have that in our school. It's too violent. That's suggesting the kids should break each other's bones with sticks and stones. And they've also taken the Pledge of Allegiance out of the some school systems. I don't think I've done that in Bonner's Ferry yet, which thank God. I mean, if we're not going to raise children right in cities, we might as well raise them right in rural areas. Although, there was a person, his name is Ryan, he's on Last Man Standing. I mean, his real name isn't Ryan, his character on the show, his name is Ryan. He said that he didn't want his son saying the Pledge of Allegiance because it represents supporting a country with massive amounts of bloodshed or something. I already just said that. I was walking up there and I was listening to the music, so I had no idea what I just said. But that is... Oh my god, that scared the crap out of me. That does make sense. I mean, America has fought many wars, we're still fighting many wars, but it's to do it for our freedom, and I would say the least children and people could do is stand, cover their hearts, and say the Pledge of Allegiance and thank God for the country he has blessed us with, rather than kneeling and disrespecting our flag, country, and God himself. Because if you're gonna do that, you shouldn't be in this country, in my opinion.